la rosa que está en su capuz. Vives contenta, bañada de luz. Es un misterio cubriéndote bien, lo que te hace un Edén. Basilan, querida, mi tierra natal, región de placer.
As I can recall, the idealist Jose Pepe Jokno once said, "If resort to violence is natural in man, so are attempts to control it. Man wants to live, but he also wants to live well or better. Life is not worth living if he must live under the constant lash of fear. Violence is part of life, indeed it is, but to tame violence is to civilize life."
Basilan, an island province of the Philippines partially within the autonomous region in Muslim Mindanao, or ARMM. It is the largest and the northernmost islands of the Sulu Archipelago and is located just off the southern coast of Zamboanga Peninsula. The land of Basilan serves as a home to three main ethnic groups, the Yakans, the Tausugs, and Chavacanos. Basilan is a melting pot of diverse culture and religion. It is one province in a setting that reflects the true description of an island paradise endowed with natural bounties. It has been called by merchants and travelers as an island of hope.
Sa Basilan, walang awa namang pinugutan.
Kagulo sa Isabela City, Basilan na
inisip ng mga kidnappers dahil foreigner itong dalawa.
Samantalang nasuspinde ang special election sa Maluso, Basilan kanina.
sigawan ng ilang botante na umano'y mga flying voter.
Sa
Basilan na
So Basilan,
But in the present time, when people are challenged by differences of faith, religion, belief, and the like, the beauty and richness of Basilan was tainted by violence and conflict. Labeled by media as the place of terrorists and war, the people of Basilan continue to dream and work for peace that someday this image will be erased in the minds of the people, that only peace, love, and understanding shall reign within the land. There are little efforts to make this dream a reality, just like Silsilah Dialogue Movement, an initiative that aims to spread the culture of dialogue as path to peace. Silsilah Dialogue Movement introduced the Interfaith Council of Leaders in Basilan, which is composed of respected individualities coming from different sectors in the city, including the Christian and Muslim groups, private and business sectors, and the local government. IFCL Basilan is an extension of the Silsilah Dialogue Movement and IFCL Zamboanga to have a better access to civic and government entities in their promotion of dialogue and peace in Basilan. On the first day of September in the year 2011, the Interfaith Council of Leaders, IFCL of Basilan, celebrated its first founding anniversary together with the inauguration of the Silsilah Center for Dialogue and Peace. During the event, members of the IFCL Basilan shared their reflection about their feeling of Silsilah's presence in the community. They talked about their individual roles and why it's high time for peace to reign in every heart of the Basileño.
The IFCL Basilan, as an instrument to achieve sustainable peace and prosperity, has a long journey to go. No matter how far, we shall continue to move on with all our efforts, complemented with strong commitment and dedication. Our aim to promote the culture of dialogue towards path to peace is our utmost concern. It is in this conviction that IFCL stands firm and optimistic. With unity, solidarity, mutual respect, with God's grace, we can transform Basilan into a home of mutual understanding and peaceful coexistence. IFCL, the Interfaith Council of Leaders Basilan, shall serve as catalyst in peace building, symbolizing the torch of peace for Basilan.
So, Basilan's main objective really is to educate the women, the Muslim women, because we are also working for peace and development, and I believe peace really begins at home and peace really begins in us.
Bilang isang barangay captain, ang gusto talaga ng mga barangay bilang leader maging may walang gulo yung barangay nila.
One of the important contribution of IFCL Basilan within its first year of existence was the restoration of peace in some barangays like Santa Barbara, Basilan, which had Muslim and Christian conflict.
Kaya nagpapasalamat ako sa itong grupo na ito na pumunta doon sa barangay ko at sila ng kapayapaan sa dalawang barangay, sa Tarpon at sa Santa Barbara.
Some of the local government officials and the religious leaders, like Dr. Abdul Kair S. Tarason, the Vice Chair of the National Ulama Conference of the Philippines, and Most Reverend Bishop Martin Jumawad, also graced the inauguration of the center and joined the celebration of the first founding anniversary. This shows the willingness of the local government and the religious institutions to work with Silsilah and its interests in the pursuit for peace.
I am here to support the Interfaith Council of Leaders, and you can expect my 200% support as long as I am able. So it is not only 100%, 200%. And I hope that our desire to work for peace will not only remain in this hall, but we will really go out, and particularly in every home will really be a dwelling place of peace, because all members are concerned to work for peace. Mabuhay ang Interfaith Council of Leaders, mabuhay tayong lahat. God bless.
Being a part of a religious leader in this province, where our religion Islam order us to show cooperation and collaboration toward the whole humanity in general and to our community in particular. We should not ignore our role based on our capability to support our Silsilah Dialogue Movement, as long as this endeavor will help us to promote peace and development in our province.
Through interfaith dialogues, we can bring about understanding of different religions, which will lead to more tolerance, acceptance of others, and appreciation for all Basileños. I am one of you who believe that it is not religion that is the root cause of our problems here in Basilan and in some parts of the country, but rather the misunderstanding of religion that ends up harassing every one of us.
Guests from IFCL Zamboanga and Silsilah Dialogue Movement joined the celebration to show the solidarity of the members in forwarding dialogue and peace in Basilan.
And with all of these accomplishments, I would like to believe that IFCL Basilan is very, very strong. I congratulate the coordinators and the members of the IFCL. They are, of course, observing, not actually monitoring, but observing how fast, how bold is our IFCL and Basilan moving. And we therefore are very optimistic that in many good days to come and in not so distant future, we shall be able to see accomplishments along the spread of cultural dialogue for peace in this part of the country.
Time in my 25 years of existence give me the feeling of joy. Pero at the back of this experience is witnessing the unveiling of this center, of Silsilah Center, which is very close to our hearts. It made the experience more meaningful. And ako po ay part ng Silsilah with the works of that includes with the young people and the young professionals, and also with the social actions. And coming here and seeing the Silpi's youth inspire us to be more being collaborative efforts ng Silpi Zamboanga sa Silpi's youth ng Basilan.
I am convinced that when there is sharing of support for the common good, the love to serve God, the love to serve fellow human beings, loving and caring for oneself as an instrument of dialogue and peace, and patiently work together for the protection of Mother Earth, that sustainable peace will become not only a dream, but a reality.
It is for all of us. So padayon means go on, and of course padayon in this case the Interfaith Council or leaders of Basilan, padayon with sincerity. And although it's a long journey, but along the way I'm confident that we can win.
The challenge of today's time is in embracing diversity with an open heart. By deepening one's faith in God, we can see the value of humanity and the essence of loving one's neighbor. This principle is anchored on the goal for peace that IFCL Basilan pursues today. The dream of peace is symbolized by the existence of Silsilah Center for Dialogue and Peace. There is hope for Basilan to be in peace again, and the journey on that dream starts today.